May the darkness protect you. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
How can I assist? I'm listening. You are Shak Vonashdu, source of my bruises.
Might be useful. All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? A thrill courses through you at the thought. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Help me!
At your command.
That orb is about to erupt! Help me! I'm under attack!
Blackest will be done.
I've got a long road ahead. Time to press ahead.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone!
What now? Friend of Gage, you will be cleansed. Unleash me. Time to strike. On the move.
Can't even catch my breath.
Got to concentrate. Victory awaits.
Time to push my luck again.
It's not over. Come to the skull. I need you, now. To the skull. Help me!
Not demons after all. Just Githyanki.
Please, help me. I can't hold them off much longer.
Can't give up now.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
I hope this is important. For your sake.
I need you, now.
Action, not reaction.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Need to stay focused.
The skull. Come to the skull.
I need healing.
I'm fury. I am death. It's not over. Help me!
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Please, help me. hold them off much longer. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You slept with the drowned Dara. You pleased her. You killed the Azuma Night Soul. You didn't have to. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackheath's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me. Destroy the... Do it! Now!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You grew attached to a mere disguise, but you judge without even knowing me. I was someone once, someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield. The largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki, and find allies in the outer world. You. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Elitid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blacketh declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blacketh wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Control him? Skvar! You must return him to his people.
That would be a terrible idea. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blacketh was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blacketh will be finished. The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its design. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I am pleased to hear that. You will do very well as an Illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. The transformation will not be complete. The physical alteration in particular will only be partial. But your potential will certainly be amplified. Would you like to do it? Would you like to evolve?
Kvar! Whatever this geek offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void. It will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Still breathing, despite everything.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Feels wonderful, doesn't it? You wear it well.
Wits and blades always sharp.
Still in control.
Whatever it is, save it for now.
I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Out of here, quickly!
We'll talk later.
We'll speak after.
ready.
Fresh orders? Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Let's get going.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. Lady Shah has given me a new mission, and the prism plays no part in it. In fact, it seems like the Mother Superior's concern alone, and she has strayed from the Dark Lady. She will be in for a rude awakening when I finally stand before her again. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith, Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his Illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of... She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the prince... Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an the means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away. Better to have Orpheus killed. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus's honor got trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths. But I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. I'm listening. You are Jacques Vonash Du. Mark my words. You might as well ask me to gouge out... Consume all the Geich tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Perhaps you... When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and... It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. My own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithis, the tadpole is perhaps not just a curse. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This Ossif... Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? I can feel them. The might, the vigor, the possibilities. The Elder Brain could be the harbinger of the grand design and the doom of the Githyanki. The end time of the 16 planes will be upon us, and the Astral will be the first to fall. Very well. I will accept Yisk Githkar Tafki Krashet. How can I assist?
My faith protects me.
There can be no respite.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
As you approach Minthara, you feel her mind reaching out to yours, tentative and curious. Then it retreats, soft as a whisper.
Sorry. Old habits. I did not ask permission. When we first met, before moonrise, I intruded on your thoughts without hesitation and took what I needed from your memories. I would not do that again, unless I had reason to think you were hiding something from me. And I do not. I did not think we would ever share anything more than an uneasy alliance, born of our mutual enmity for the Absolute. I was wrong. A deeper bond has grown between us. I trust you. But I would like to touch your thoughts again, now that my mind is my own. May I? Of course. I do not hide anything from you. Until my time in the cult of the Absolute, I had spent little time on the surface, except to raid and pillage. I did not expect to find any outside the Underdark who saw the world as I do, and wanted from the world what I want. I did not expect you. I have been told that I am special since my mother first held me in her arms. The burden of expectation. Before the Absolute, I lived a life of certainties. I knew that I was destined for greatness because I was born to it. I also knew that my inherited privilege came with a cost. That the bonds of fellowship and family could be broken by envy and ambition. I could not enjoy the taste of food for fear of poisoning, and I could not enjoy the company of lovers and friends because I feared they hid knives behind their smiles. In spite of the danger, I was happy. I knew myself. And I understood the world around me. Now, nothing is certain. Without Lolth, without the Absolute, without my home, I do not know myself. But you do, I think. Show me myself through your eyes. Let me see what I am to you.
She joins her thoughts with yours, and you are as one. You share in her strength of mind and formidable doubts that eat at her conviction. Those doubts cluster in swarms, and the thickest is around her sense of self. She pushes past, revealing the image of her you hold in your mind. What does she see? The cold shell of Minthara's mind melts away, and you are drawn into the heart of her. Warm, passionate, and dangerous.
I have never lacked confidence, but this conflict seems so much bigger than the two of us. It frightens me. I do not know if we will survive it, but whatever life remains to us, I would gladly spend it fighting at your side, and lying with you at night.
Her mind touches yours, feather-light and hesitant. A stark contrast to the confidence with which her thoughts intruded on yours in the past.
Tonight, there will be no voices, no orders, no gods. I belong only to you. You wish to consult me? We will need every advantage to survive the battles that are to come. And my illithid parasite has already shown its worth. If this superior tadpole is capable of unlocking my mind's full potential, it is a tempting proposition. Its influence on you is plain to see. You are sublime. I will be unstoppable.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Stone is cold. The parasite within is Stone is cold.
You wish to consult me? I am yours. Come to me. What a wonderful distraction you are. I am yours. Come to me. Thank you. I am yours. Come to me. I have never needed anyone, but I want you. I am yours. Come to me. What a wonderful distraction.
Our enemies still draw breath.
What to do?
You need my expertise.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Notice anything new? This hairstyle is closer to Lady Shah's own image. I did it to honor her. What do you think? Good. I did this for Lady Shah. For myself. But I had hoped you'd like it as well.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last... More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those Illithid powers before. Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. I truly hope you're right about this.
Life pulses from within. It wants to share.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness, the tadpole's essence courses through you, where you feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present.
Perhaps once.
We've had a mind flare whispering to us in a... Still, it seems keen to be an ally in its own way. Compared to what we're up...
Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest.
I am not yours. You are not mine. Or so I've come to believe. And you favor Minthara, no less. I thought you valued yourself. Minthara certainly doesn't. Yes, I'm sure you are Shakfo Nashdu, source of my bruises. I'm listening. I'm listening.
There's no time to waste.
I have such a headache.
Let's get on with it.
Our enemies are everywhere.
Life, it wants to share.
Go on. Don't be afraid. What are you?
The tadpole's essence courses through you. You feel different.
I suppose, but if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consume...
Nothing hurts anymore.
I'm listening.
No hesitation.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily.
You wish to consult me? I am yours. What a wonderful dis...
Thy wheel of... Dost thou require a new ally?
must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
The next urchin that tries to pick my pocket will lose its hand. If I take its head, how will it learn from its mistakes? Even here, a child deserves a second chance. I am reminded of the Brehren, the stench streets of Menzoberranzan, where the sick and the outlawed make their homes. Despite the destitution, there is profit and opportunity to be found in such places, if one is willing to wade through the squalor. Yes. I only know it through history. I expect it will live up to its legend. From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror. For my people, to reject Lolth is to reject life. I am an apostate and would be executed. Though I am proud, I prefer exile to death. I am a daughter of Menzoberranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. I lived a life of privilege and danger. My home was at the tallest point of Cuel Arzol, the place of the nobles, a plateau high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself, and I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins. She taught me to be resilient and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share. I am yours. What a wonderful distraction you are. You wish to consult me?
Baldur's Gate at last. The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies. A camp once visited by a scheming devil is no safe haven for the unhatched. Leave the egg with me. There's no need for further discussion. I'm listening.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all... I do. The Mother Superior will have ordered them to keep watch for my return. Find one, and we discover what comes next. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a newer... Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots. That was last 10 day, though. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me, too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
I do not understand why the matrons, sorry, patriarchs, of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day. You wish to consult me?
King and start walking right now.
Cleaning, cooking, construction, the possibilities are endless.
Do you know where we're going? What kind...
Nearly there now.
We told our son that this is a holiday to...
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. The cultists assaulted the gate. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to... Still can't let you...
No passage this way, I'm afraid.
Free for the taking. This calls for careful footwork. Best get in and out. What in the hells was that?
Place I'd wait around.
Felt like an earthquake. As if I didn't have problems enough already.
Down ox again.
Something over there.
You're stalked.
My! The fates move. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. I am an ox. All I've got on my mind is and while I'm on the topic, I'd like to set... I need to get into the city. But it's hard to shuffle your way to the front of the queue when you're... Well, but what if I was smaller? More discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket. My friend, you make me look like the... Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little... Hail, Cyric! I can't wait... You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! No, died in the wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. Oh gods, oh gods. Look, let me live and I'll say nothing. I swear it. Just leave me and mine alone. Oh gods, please.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Oh, no. You misunderstand. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many...
Let's hope Archduke...
Baldurians! Step!
Please just go home.
The flaming fists are supposed... Oh. Another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Excuse me? I was bored. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach much. You and I have
Oh, God. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got...
What a sight for sore eyes. I believe there's somewhere you're supposed to be. No? Long overdue, in fact.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you. I was told to keep watch for you, and point you towards home should you ever appear. And lo, you have appeared. Your friend is unsubtle, a dangerous trait. Are you sure you want him listening in on this?
Yes. I trust him. Whatever you have to say, say it.
Very well. First, you need to continue onwards into the lower city. Then, seek out a place called the House of Grief. It may not be quite what you expect, but I assure you, it's the right spot. Go there, make yourself known. You will be given the welcome you deserve.
Can't you show me yourself?
Oh, no. I must remain here. In truth, I'm glad to... Besides, I have business to attend to, wares to sell. Our great endeavor can't run... Otherwise, I think we're done. Try not... If you're looking for companionship, I hear they can cater to almost every taste in Sharess's caress. I am not on offer, unfortunately.
The excess of refugees outside the city walls could easily become a surplus of laborers.
Careful, Minthara.
Oh, to be fair, for a miserable...
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned...
While we're washing them? Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? See it? No, that... Look, I know you're not gonna see it. So your mama? Oh, goodness! Yes, you could come back. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, what a tease!
No, I'm afraid I must insist you...
My love, you can't keep being so rude.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy. Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they...
Oh, yes. As long as the dog... I apologize.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, Dar. Maybe I'll get a cat when we make it to the lower city. Maybe I'll...
If you've never had a hound yourself, I'd highly recommend...
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. I don't give a shit about all that. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what they talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers. I should be loins deep in Sharess's correct. Piss off, would you? I've got some papers.
Lord on the rack, give me patience. These protesters keep I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up.
God, camping with the mother-in-law.
Actually got here safe.
My son...
Can't stand her, can't stand...
If you want to chat, talk to Nestor.
Donations?
And I wasn't informed. Bloody meddling flames. What are you...
If not over, then through.
We pay taxes for you to protect us, not these...
Have we found some place we can wash our clothes here?
We all crunch a lot, Neil. I guess we could. Collar rose a lot. I'm not leaving him here.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
We got here first, friend.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look.
Back off! I found these...
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
That's curious. Desperate as the rest of us savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
But the bonds we share, they are stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together,
They need to
we
be
can
wiped
never
out.
be truly broken.
Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
The hunter has nothing to say to you. He seems to have...
You're talking to the wrong hunter. You need to see...
Our judgment, and it all...
No screaming children. Rechte Frey.
He clearly walked into some kind of...
Im Orak. We would not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this. Nothing. For these are not normal times. There is doom in the air these days. But welcome news too. And if whispered tales can be believed, he was defeated by one looking much like you. A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another. A noble goal. I will not ask you to deviate. In the city lives Cazador Zar, but behind the facade, there is a monster. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocent. They took our children. We suspect he holds his victims somewhere below his mansion. We tried to save them and paid a heavy price. Slay the vampire, claim his head, and free our children. Please. May the gods keep you. Do not stand here.
Our dead fought well.
Can I help?
Fine day for it, eh?
Please, we're...
Before you lies the unconscious...
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. Go on. Just like you did before.
Come no closer, you. You. What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry. My vessel. I can still taste his. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength. I shall be here.
Curtail your sympathy. We wish to destroy. Absorb its potential if you consume it.
If it is for the best. Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. In your name.
All is ash and meat.
Into the city, guys. Oh, I think he can look out for himself.
Washing my pit. Aye! Could a bloke not get any? I hate this place.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city. We've got to get Grunch into the city.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you...
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads... I don't really have any other friends. And... just between you and me. Just between you and...
When Nilos and me were hiding, and when Nilos and me were hiding,
I don't know.
Hail, forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? A word of advice, then. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm... These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some bold... If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? Yes, yes, yes! Slit and...
Look at it. Come crawling home, hands stained with the... Yours is a crude and clumsy violent sibling. You'll hack a jagged path through this city. I could end it now, but I'll be patient.
So Arin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
What? As if I could check. Let me.
And away I go.
Oh, I see. Compliments in return for the picnic, is it? I'll take that drink after all.
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear you've been given permission.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and Oh, folk come for... The room next door has rather... Salutations once more, old stick.
Trap. Make every step count.
You have 2 seconds to explain yourself before you're under arrest. What? Those are children's toys. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives? All right. I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest.
thought this assignment was going to be done. No such luck.
Trapped to injured.
Gods.
Who would do such a thing?
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we...
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
Indolence breeds madness.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
You'll be in a big...
Still alive. So that's progress.
Everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
You never like sweet things right before bed. Not asking for more.
Just one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
What do you call it?